One. Right. All right. We are back on. See, I knew this would happen. I forgot the name of the show. The Gamer Cave Show. If my uncle knows this more than me, I swear to God. It's the Gamer Cave Show. I swear it is.
The Gamer Cave Show.
The Gamer Cave Show. Sorry, my phone disconnected while that happened.
Easy to say.
The Gamer Cave Show? Yeah, it is. It is. All right. Well, as you can see, I have a guest, and we don't have my other host today. My other half of the show, Zombie. Today he's going through a lot of weather, so he cannot be here. I asked him if it's okay if I could do an interview, a show without him. He said yes, which is all good. So this is my uncle. His name is Howard. I've known him since I was, what would you say? Since when?
6.
6, and I am 29. And you're
Older than that.
59.
Nope.
60.
Yes.
Okay, so 30 years difference. Okay. So our gaming is very different, like vastly different. Okay, so
Vastly.
okay. So I went on Google and I had to actually search up. It sounds mean. Actually, I can plug this out. It sounds mean. I'm like, questions to ask. I don't you to make this sound mean, but it does. No. Ask the questions, but like to search it up. I'm like, what are questions I can ask? This sounds bad. To ask an older person. Sorry, I wasn't calling you old, but like, but even though some of these, like, there's no way you're gonna be able to answer because I don't know. Okay, let's just go.
It's not bad like you think it is because, for example, you have a twin brother who's 5 minutes older than you,
Exactly.
and technically, he would fit the description of an older person compared to you.
Okay, well, we have this one here that has questions and then it has the answers for some reason, but I won't say the answers because that's going to be our answers. So it says, what is your favorite game of all time? All time. This could be, like I said, games are very different and Howard's, like childhood. Like it could be arcade games. It could be like, it can be anything. Like, so like, do you have a favorite game of all time?
I don't, but I can remember a couple of the ones, arcade games I used to play. Like, there's one called Zerion.
Don't know.
Which a lot of people haven't heard of.
Okay.
But there's another one that I used to play quite a bit that a few people may have heard of. It's called Galaga.
I think I might have heard of it. Obviously, there's going to be people that know that and I'm probably pissed off that I don't know that.
Old school games. Just think old school games. If anyone's,
I have played my good share of old school games, and you can play all those old games online for free, like in 2 seconds. So, and what was the other one? You said you had 3? Oh.
So Zerion, Galaga. There was a few I used to play. There used to be a Star Wars game. It was like a wireframe display. I don't know if people know what that is. It's basically all the things on the screen were. Oh, I know, asteroids. There's one called Asteroids.
Okay.
Very old game.
I think I might have seen some footage of that one.
There's a wireframe display.
Okay.
So all the elements on the screen are all like drawn in wireframe style.
Well, I guess I should answer mine. One of my favorite games of all time. I've countless, and they change every day. Like, I've been streaming recently, and they've recently now become my favorite game of all time. But if I gun to my head, favorite game of all time, I've beaten it like 4 times. Spider-Man. It was on I think PS4, not PS3. PS4 and PS5. Um, one of the funnest games I've ever played. But then there's so many other ones like you probably wouldn't have heard of. You might have heard of them, but like
Some I probably.
Red Dead Redemption. Like that was an insane good story game which I didn't finish. And now I'm looking for like an older school game, and I'll see how old it is to see if you might know it. But like, okay, I'll one of my favorite old school games. Um, I've got two. I've played one of them. Uh, Big fan of his music. Came out with a game. It's called Moonwalker by Michael Jackson. So what it was is it was literally arcade looking like it was like an arcade game. It came out like 1988 or something like that, or 1985 when the Bad album came out. It was so cool, and the soundtrack was amazing because it was his music, but like 8-bit, and it was so cool. And you'd move, and his attacks on people would be his kick. So he'd kick on you and do all these moves. And then his like final battle move would be to get everyone around him to do a whole dance with him. I was like, this is awesome. So that's probably one of my favorite. And of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. You can't go wrong. Sonic the Hedgehog is one of my
Good old
favorites.
Sonic.
All
Never
right.
played it, but very aware of it.
See, this, I don't think you would know the game. You might have heard of the game, but you definitely wouldn't be able to answer this one. What's a game you thought you'd like? Okay, no, sorry. I'm reading the answer as well. What's a game you thought you'd like, but actually hated? That's a
Hated. I can't say hated, but Call of Duty.
fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, a game that I thought I'd like, but actually hated.
Oh, I've got another one.
What else? What else?
Counter Strike.
Okay,
I
actually,
did.
you know what?
I played it with some work colleagues for a while.
Yes. Okay. I thought I'd like that. Did not like it. I'm with you on that. There's a newer version these days called Valorant. It's pretty much the same. It's the same thing, just better graphics, more powers and stuff. I gave it a try. I cannot hit a shot for shit. I can't. I just can't. People can just. I don't know how they do it. They're not. It's like not humanly possible to hit that shot. But yeah, yeah that you mentioned Counter Strike. Yeah, definitely a thing.
Definitely a thing. Back then, you didn't use the word vibe.
Vibe. Yeah.
I can't say for old school games that was a
Yeah,
vibe
that was
because
such a vibe.
that didn't exist back then.
Was there a
No such
was there a
as
slang
vibe.
was there a slang word for like some, or was it just like that's a cool game? That's a cool game.
Just cool or something. I think there were things that came and went really quickly, but nothing that sort of really hung around for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's actually a pretty cool question. What's a really popular game everyone seems to love, but you don't like? Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm a self-confessed non-gamer person. So,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I have to say the one that I've well, two actually that I've heard of a lot and just not played. One is Minecraft and the other is Fortnite.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough questions.
So it's not that I dislike them. It's just that I haven't experienced it firsthand. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
that makes sense. Um, question: what's a really popular game everyone seems to love, but you don't like? Ooh. Oh, easy. Valorant. So that's like Counter Strike, but the newer version. Hate it. Oh, and oh my god, I think I was gonna play it today. Oh, I saw someone play it.
Can you describe it?
Oh gosh. No,
First person shooter.
No. I love a lot of third person shooters, so you can like third person obviously. Um there's actually like a lot of games like that, but I think there's one in particular that I'm like,
Is it an RPG
no.
role playing game?
Okay, I respect like WoW and like all those, the role playing games where you do all those stuff. I respect it. Not a big fan of them, but that's not That's not. I don't hate it. What's the what's really popular game, but everyone seems to love, but you don't like? Ooh, it's a really popular game. I'm trying to think, like right now, what's a really popular
I'm not
game?
the right person to ask about popular games
Yeah,
in this
probably
day
yeah.
and age.
Yeah. What's a really popular game right now? Um, oh gosh, I don't want to take too long on this answer. Shit.
Skip the question.
I'm trying to think. Because I always go on like Steam and all those and see like new and popular, and I'm like, I know that's been around for ages, and uh, um, I'm probably getting some hate for like whatever I say. Um, I love Minecraft, so I'm like, I love it because it's so. To me, Minecraft is very relaxing, and I love it. Um, oh shit, yeah, I know one. Oh, I know one.
Go.
Um, what's a really popular game everyone seems to love, but you don't like? I have a couple of reasons why. It's probably going to rant. Spyro, the new Spyro. Spyro got remade. So there's like three of the Spyros all together. They got remade so they look incredible. But Spyro came out as a kids game. I played this for like an hour, couldn't get through one bloody level. I was like, how is this a kid's game? A kid cannot play this. If a kid can play this, they can play Counter Strike and win. Like what? I just anyway. Yeah, I don't want to go more further into that, but yeah, it's a fun game. But I just at the end, I like I'm on it for like 10 minutes and I'm done. I'm done. Like I can't do it anymore. Um. Okay. I feel like I asked this, but I feel like you haven't though. What game have you spent the most amount of hours on? Okay, yeah, well, that's the question. What is the what game have you spent the most hours on?
Probably Zerion. Oh, and I played Asteroids a lot. I told you it's old school. It's been a long time
I'm
since
gonna
I've
have
even
to
played
chat
arcade games.
YouTube. I'm gonna have to look up a lot of these, probably most of them. Have you heard? Fine. I know some old games back in the day when I grew up. I was like on the Nintendo and the GameCube. Who's the guy that Metroid? The guy that shoots
I'm
Metroid?
not sure.
Come on, you're not that old. Metroid's like uh
Give me a bit more information.
Metroid. Okay, that's not good. Well, like Sonic,
Did
Sonic, obviously.
Right.
Uh, okay. Well, I can't think of any others.
I just remembered another arcade game I used to like playing.
Yeah,
It's a driving game. It's called Daytona.
I've heard of that
And
one,
I think you can still find it in arcades now.
and I'm pretty sure they remastered it and made you know.
Oh yeah, the updated versions. But it
Oh,
used to be that as a minimum there would be two player consoles beside each other, and so you could race someone. And in the larger gaming place, the larger arcade places, they'd have up to like 8 of them all strung together.
I think I can answer two of your questions. Um, one being that you don't like it, and two, like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Didn't like that, obviously, and obviously that,
Never played it. I'm aware of it.
but
And
it was
no,
very popular, and he hated it. Right
yeah, didn't like it.
there you go. So it's two right there. I just thought of that. I don't mind it, but it gets too repetitive, and yeah.
I
Okay.
learned pretty. I learned pretty. Just like a comment. I learned pretty early on that when I was playing Counter Strike at work, someone you know, my background is I'm a bit of a technical person, so someone set up a Counter Strike server, and so we could have a whole bunch of players on there, like the
So
whole
cool.
tech team. Like once we hit
So
five
cool.
o'clock,
So
we
cool.
we would play. Now what I realized is uh, in the beginning, I thought, oh, that's a great way to relax. And as I sort of was playing it over weeks and months, I realised that it
No,
actually isn't.
no, it pumps
Actually,
you up.
it's quite the opposite, and it's for two reasons. A, it's intense, and also the fact that I'm
Become
not a fan of shooting games.
that's
Well,
fair.
I'm not definitely not now.
Well, that's fair enough.
Mm.
And they're a bit like a drug. Like you just want to keep going back to it and sort of like, I want to play it. I want to play it. I want to play it.
It can be, yeah, it can be a distraction, and
Yeah, from
if
reality.
it yeah, if you're using something like that as a distraction, it
Yeah,
actually makes the negative part of it even worse.
yeah. I know the answer to this, but I don't think you will. If you had to marry the last video game character you played, who would it be? I know mine off by heart.
The
But
last video game character I played, well, I never really played. I never had played any role playing games or anything like that. So I don't know.
it doesn't. Okay, let me rephrase that question for you.
Could it be any character in any video game?
Yep, yep, yep.
Lara Croft.
No fucking way. I was about to say Lara Croft. I beat the game the other day because I love it. Like, actually, they're one of my top favorite games of all time. But like, I played like there's like three remastered ones, and they're incredible, like incredible. Um, but yeah, Lara Croft. Okay, there we go. We have a soft spot for Lara Croft. Oh my gosh, Lara Croft.
A little bit.
A little bit. It's not even like they don't make her. Okay, we all know that they try and make her breasts white, quite large, but in the remaster, they don't. It's more the fact that she's very pretty in the face, and
Oh, do you mean the Angelina Jolie version or the
yeah,
Alicia Vikander version?
both of them are the same. The newer one,
I'm
like
talking about the movies, of course.
yeah, but the newer game one, I have to show a photo. She's very pretty, and her accent is it's very attractive. I think. Side thing, quick. Guess who's playing? It's already. I think it's on Netflix or something. There's a Lara Croft TV show. It's comic, so like it's
It's animated.
animated. Haley Atwell.
Oh wow.
Makes sense. She's English, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm down for it. Okay, all right. What was the? Okay, this is a good one because this would be a good one for me too. What was the first game you ever remember playing?
I'd have to say it'd be like on a really ancient console, and it would have been probably ping pong
Ping pong. Okay. Mine would
or
have
tennis.
or
Tennis, same thing. Ping
tennis.
pong, tennis, same deal.
Mine would have been. I think it was on like a Game Boy, like a original Game Boy, and it was like a Zelda game, or it was like it was old. Um, these days that's ancient. Um, I think it was on a Game Boy. I know that for sure.
Okay,
Um,
an adventure game.
I do remember I played a game called Rugrats. Remember, the TV show Rugrats?
It sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, I played that. So it was that game, or it was, I think it was Rugrats actually. Um, and someone gave it to me to play. Um, I don't want to say their name on here just in case they just don't want to be, on this. Um, uh, have you ever pretended to be sick to get out of something so you could play a game?
No.
Yeah, I don't think you. And no for me either, because I'm never sick, and I don't have a job at the moment. So there you go. This is my job, guys. Trying to entertain you people with my beautiful family and other people that come on here. So, what game do you want to play next? Ooh. You know what games I want to play with you? This is not the next game I want to play next. The games I want to play with you, because I'm pretty sure you can do split screen. I want to get a MotoGP game, and I want to play with you. That'd be sick.
I think that'd be cool, but
Also
I
hard.
can't imagine using a controller because the thing is the controllers are nothing like the real movements and way
Oh, yeah.
motorcycles behave.
By the way, before I say anything, Howard knows everything about motorcycles. He's ridden them his entire life. I always tell my friends this. If one goes down the street, he knows like the model, everything. Like that's my guy right there. He knows everything about motorcycles. So I just wanted to say that out. So that makes sense why it wouldn't be the same at all. It actually would be shit, to be honest. Um,
Well, that being said, there are arcade games that are built like that, so you can
well,
jump on
an
it.
old game, a really, really, really old game that I used to play on a Nintendo. It was a GameCube. Was called Road Rage. It was you were on a motorbike and road rage. It was like really, really old, so it looked obviously like 8-bit, and you had to just and I remember it because of the soundtrack, like because you know me, I love music when it comes to games, and I just remember it. It was such a good game. What is the opinion on Fortnite? Okay, me, I think well, at the moment, the last two seasons, so the last two chapters, been been bad. They've been horrible. Um, but the game in general, Fortnite in general, as a free game, probably one of the best free battle royale games in the world. Just because it's free, anyone can play it. It's on so many devices. Um, but yeah, and I know that you're probably never going to pick up Fortnite, and I totally understand that. You know, it's not a very it just unless my uncle has some ability that he's just trying to hide and he's a secret Fortnite player.
No, unfortunately, no. And unfortunately, no, I'm probably not going to play Fortnite anytime soon.
It's fine
I
with me.
know of it. I've
Yeah.
seen you
You,
play it.
yeah. This is a good one. Has a game storyline. Well, I can answer this easily. Has a game's storyline ever made you cry?
No.
No? Me? Tons. Because obviously now they make them so story oriented. Like when you play single player, like Spider-Man. Spoils if you haven't played the first Spider-Man on PS3 or 4, or sorry, 4 or 5. It's been out for years. Anyway, Aunt May passes away. Peter's at his bed, at her bed, and he's wearing his mask, and he thinks that she doesn't know that he's like Spider-Man, and he's like, "Let me take a last look at my nephew," and he's like, "What?" And she knew straight away, like he's always been,
She knew. She knew.
yeah. And then that's not even the hard part. The hard part was, and then they just looked at each other, and and like the graphics were insane. And then what happened was, he just started crying, and like he bent over, and then the screen went black, and then all you heard was the beep, and I was like, oh yeah, I shed a couple tears. That got me. That was a oof,
How many? How many tears?
quite a few, quite a few. I wasn't streaming it, so yeah, I let more out than I would on stream. But
You
now
were.
these days now, if I play a game and it will make me cry, I'll cry. I don't care. But I used to be very like closeted and not like showing a lot of emotions when I'm, feeling sad or something like that. What is? Okay, no, no. Okay, what is the first console you ever owned? Or slash family, like family owned, like, you know?
Oh, family owned. Um, we had a console really early on. I think it was Sega. It was a Sega console a very long time ago.
Moonwalker was on Sega. I would say, um, to try and remember my childhood and think of games. Pretty hard to do. But I think it was something to do with like the GameCube, or it was Sega. Was Sega the one you had to get like, and then like chuck it in?
Oh, that's probably. Oh, you're talking about the cartridges.
Yeah.
Um, no, well, I think the first one I had didn't even have cartridges. It was even like one of the really, really, really,
Oh, like
really old ones.
Genesis? Was it?
I don't know. Don't even
Okay.
know if
Alright.
that's what it was called. I thought it was just a Sega console.
Come on, Howard, get with the times.
Told you I'm not a gamer.
Okay,
I actually noticed one of the questions I didn't answer
I'm just
correctly.
gonna ask this question because it has a word in it, and I just can't wait to see what. I don't even know the question, but it has sex in the answer, so or in something. If video games didn't exist anymore, what would you do? Okay, so the answer was because what I'm reading is I'm reading the question and someone already answered them, so I'm just
Okay.
quitting out the answers. Their answer was sex, drugs, and socialize. Okay. But the question is, if video games didn't exist anymore, what would you do? Um,
Um, oh, okay. So you want me to answer? Okay.
well, you're doing it
So
now,
I'm going
aren't
to be
you?
pretty easy. I would do what I do now, and that's live my life and
Yeah.
also socialize.
If I ever see Hal play a game, it is the game, and I think he does like it, obviously, because he plays it. Forgot the name, but I know it. He plays on his phone. It's the racing game. It starts with A.
Oh, there's one called Real Racing.
Real racing, and there's something else. I think
I haven't
it's
played
race.
that for a while.
Yeah, he likes racing games, and that's awesome. So like,
Yeah,
um,
Real Racing is kind of fun.
yeah. Uh, what is your favorite song for a game? Um, I have one. Well, not my favorite. It's not my favorite song for a game ever, but the classic Doom soundtrack was awesome. The it was so good. Good old Doom soundtrack. Do you remember any? Oh wait, no.
Um,
Sonic nostalgia. Oh, and sorry to interrupt again. Mario nostalgic.
yeah, there's a lot. So you're talking song or just actually gaming music?
It says, "What is your favorite song from a game?" I just sort of thought it was like theme music or something. I don't know a song. I really don't.
And a lot of them have their own sort of just
I actually,
background.
no, I do have a song.
You
Um,
know,
you wouldn't have no idea what it is. There's a horror game called Cry of Fear, and for some reason, the menu music is just a piano song, and it is the most haunting, beautifully piano song I've ever heard. And I will definitely send it to my uncle after this. It was like everyone's like, I played this game just to put the menu on, because if you put the menu on, you can just leave the menu on and the song will just repeat
okay,
because people loved it that much. Okay,
nice.
all right, we'll do a couple more questions and then we'll end it. Um, ooh, okay, this is a good question. We can easily both answer this. Which video game character do you most wish you were like?
Well, not Lara Croft.
I know, right?
Video character that I most wish I was like. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that one. I'm really sorry.
Like, there's no like racing game ones you play, and there's
No,
like,
because you're not playing a character. You're literally
true,
just
you're just an avatar.
you just yeah, you're just sitting, you're on
Okay.
the game and just
Well,
racing.
think of that because I have probably too many. Um, Definitely not Lara Croft. What was it again? Um,
Who would you want to be?
video game. It has to be video game character. Ooh, but they all have different outcomes, you know. Okay, so Red Dead Redemption set back in the day where horses were that's how you got around and stuff like that. So I don't know the exact date. That was like, and there were bounties and stuff like
You mean
that.
before cars were around?
Yeah, that was like, what was that? Cowboys. When was that? 18 or 18? Sorry, I'm bad with math. Uh,
No, that's right. So cars didn't come in until really around the around 1900 or so.
okay.
So you're talking before then.
Okay, so I have a couple. I would love to be Arthur Morgan, just to be a cowboy, or just to be any of the cowboys. I would love to live a day or, a couple months. I know it was hell and it stunk like shit, but I would like to at least do it for like a week. Um, uh, and their answer was to this thing was Spider Man. I meant that would be pretty cool. Um, but if I really, really, really think there is a favorite game out there, um, kind of have a crush on the actor. Um, everyone in my YouTube knows now that I swing both ways. Um, his name is uh, uh, Brian Deckhart. Um, there's a game called Almost Human. So it's about androids and humans, and it's about androids pretty much just doing everything for the humans, basically.
Okay.
Doing food, everything, cleaning the house. They get trashed, and then it ends up being androids against humans. Brian Deckhart is like a FBI sort of agent, and you get to choose his outcomes and stuff. Like you get to choose what happens in the game. So
Okay.
it's not one storyline. You get to choose what happens. You can make him bad, you can make him good. But the actor obviously was motion captured. So
Yeah.
he did a playthrough and it was creepy because he wore the suit, which the character in the game did, and he's a spitty image. Like they did that good a job, and um, I think I'd like to be an android, just to like an android starting to like get feelings. I reckon that would be a really weird, cool experience. I think that would be a cool thing to do, to be, and confusing
Cool.
and probably actually very disorienting. But like, I would I wouldn't mind it. Did you answer that question? I'm pretty sure you didn't have anything.
About which character you'd want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have one because
Yes,
you
right.
kind of really need to have played some role playing
How
games.
about how
Because
about how about you just be Sonic? Just be
just be
Sonic.
what? Oh
Sonic.
yeah,
Yeah. You can go.
Sonic. Although
You can go.
Spider Man would be pretty cool
It would
because the
be.
thing is about Spider Man, he's not massively bulky,
Yeah.
so he doesn't look like he would be strong, but is.
And he can web quick. He's strong as you said, strong as shit. Spider senses. And if you guys didn't, well, this is the first time you've probably seen my uncle. Well, no, not the first time you've seen my uncle on this channel. He's been in some really late vlogs, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, my uncle is like, what, six? Did you say 60?
Not like 60, but
Uh,
actually 60.
my uncle's ripped. Um, like, it's crazy. Think of like Jason Statham, but that's my uncle. It's crazy. I don't know how he does it.
You see my eyebrow go up?
No, no, I'm telling the truth. Like someone that's 60, your body's is insane. Like you have
Thank you.
no, no, you do, you do. All right. Let's do two more questions.
All right.
Okay. Okay. This is sweet. I'll say the question, and then I'll say what the answer was of this person. If you could have any video game character as your pet friend, who would it be? And someone said D Dog. I guess that's like a character in a game. Um, but if you could have any video game character as your best friend, so any video game character, like it could be like Sonic, it could be anything in the world, like that as a game, be your best friend.
Right. I think this is really easy. I'm going to give a humorous answer.
Go ahead. I already know.
Darth Vader, because I would look like a better person than him.
That is not
No,
what
no,
I thought you would
like,
say.
scratch that. Um,
Anakin.
no, I think
Nah, bro, Anakin. Oh,
as a best friend, no, it'd be Obi-Wan, probably.
oh, easy, done. There you go. Mine would be no. It's okay, not stupid. And this is real. This isn't a game. It'd be Remy the rat from Ratatouille. He'd
Yes.
be my best mate.
I can understand that choice.
Yep. All right. Now this is the last question of the actual questions, so I think it's a big one. Would you give up video games for life? Okay, I already know your answer to this. Would you give up video games for life and receive $500,000 in cash, or would you refuse the money? Go ahead, say it.
You actually want me to answer this?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no shit. Say it.
I think the $500,000 could come in handy. Would be very useful.
But that did say gaming for life, right? That did.
Yeah.
Pass. Games are so much part of my life. It's the reason why I made this channel. It's actually a good question to end on, because it's the reason why me and my best friend Zombie made this show. We just thought of, like, we were doing the same thing I'm doing with my uncle right now. We were just talking shit, and then all of a sudden we're like, do you reckon anyone wants to hear this, or like, should we make a cool thing? And we did. And I'm not saying it's successful or anything like that, but I like looking back at it, and I love doing it, and I upload videos as much as I can. I stream almost every day, and if I didn't have games in my life or music, I honestly don't know where I'd be. Like, games are a big part of my life, and obviously it's different for other people, that are old as shit. Like, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, but like,
I'm going to stick my neck out here and say, because I know you so well, that music's. I'm going to say it's a little bit more important.
Oh, 100%, 100%, 100%,
Just your
100%.
love of music.
Oh, and K-pop. Just, yep. Probably lost
Just a little bit.
Probably lost a bunch of friggin' people that were like, this is actually pretty cool. And then I said K-pop. Sorry, a lot of people just do not like K-pop. But hey,
That's okay.
and the people that say that, there's something else, There's always something else, I, yeah. Anyway,
Life is great. It's full of variety and variety of people who like a variety of things.
exactly.
We don't all like the same things.
Exactly. Well, Howard, I want to say thank you for being on this episode of the Gamer Cove Show.
The Gamer Cave Show.
Please tell me I got that wrong. It's not. Why do
Isn't it the Gamer Cave?
Why do I keep saying?
Show?
Why do I keep saying Cove?
Cave.
It's Cave. Cave makes more sense. The photo makes more sense. Callum.
Like Man Cave. This is Gamer Cave.
It's the Gamer Cave Show. Fuck.
That's it. You said it perfectly.
Sorry, guys. It's going to take me a little bit. It's like a running gag now. I don't know. I think it's episode 4 now, or 3. Who knows? I'll do it when I'm editing. Anyway, I'd like to thank you so much for being on the show.
You're welcome. Pleasure.
By the way, doesn't mean he's not going to be on the show again. He probably will be. Um,
Nice to hang out with you.
and and it might be nice hanging with you too. And it might be like a different thing. Like that was just us answering questions to see what games we liked. And we're gonna like it in some of these there'll be games, you know, like we'll have like I don't know, there'll be games to do, like you win points or something like that. There's gonna be different things. Or there'll be a thing where we react to like a new gaming trailer or something like that and we give our opinion or something like that. But it's not just going to be having someone on and answering questions because that's what we've done doing so far. That's not what's going to happen. There's a lot more that's going to go on this channel, but we just started it. So,
Cool.
yeah. So, anyway, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed that interview. Well, show with my Uncle Howard, which I dearly love. And
Thanks for having me on.
I hope to I hope to see you guys really next episode. I don't know when that will be. I don't have a schedule. It's normally weekly actually. This one went quite long to be fair. 41 minutes. That's quite long. Anyway.
Oh wow.
Anyway, love you guys. Peace out.